But anyways, as I said before, this is our Savage Worlds sci-fi campaign. Clint stars. The players are pretty much just members of a crew that travel around in space, doing various things, various missions. They normally kind of have a working relationship with a group called Astra Unum, and Wright Industries, a mega corporation. But Astra Unum is a non-profit organization who's dedicated to scientific advancement, but they do other things as well. But the players are also very much like their own like enterprise, right? They're very much their own like missions and that sort of stuff. And right now they're like on their own personal mission right now. And it's kind of a mission of revenge or vengeance for a slight against themselves. It was a mission that's driven by the need to find someone who put them and people they care about directly in harm's way. So, and it goes back many sessions ago, and you can find these episodes on YouTube if you want to after this session ends. But basically, one of their friends and a former party member died as a result of what happened. So, but anyways, so yeah, we'll pick up right where we left off. Well, sort of. So first, I'm going to start with Duncan, our newest player. So Duncan, so we're going to begin the story in a bar, in like just a low kind of like rusted up hole kind of bar, in the lowest levels of. Actually, I wouldn't say it's the lowest levels. It's just not a good bar, right? In Ilar, it's in like a spaceport of Jamestown. It's in the ground. Like so in Jamestown, there's two locations, right? There's the space station above, where like larger vessels have to dock, and then there's which is Kalegi Station, and then there's Tycho Center. Okay. So this bar, right, is part of Tycho Center, and so you're in this bar, and this bar is specifically like attracts the kind of spacers that pretty much just like they don't get the best halls. It doesn't have the best kind of drinks. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have the best, meals. It's just where a spacer goes when his luck is run out, and it's the seats are beyond repair, and but yeah, so this is where you're at, and it's the best place to find like pilots who are down their luck or crewmen who've just need the next job, right? And you're here because your last mission went sideways, and you're actually here meeting your old friend who came this far from Carpage on a mission. He hasn't told you the details of it, but he reached out to you, and and he is a local defense commander, actually, in Carpage. And he hasn't told you the details of his mission, as I said, but he's out this way. So, and he's sitting in the bar here when you first arrive. And so, so why don't you tell me, like, how long has it been since you've seen him? And, like, did you ever come up with a name for him, or do you want me to do that, or what?
Yeah, Clifford Warner.
Clifford Warner. I like it. Clifford Warner. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat.
Good name.
Tell me. Is that... Yeah, because Cliff... Yeah. He's partial to it, right? Okay. Thanks, Fantasy Grounds, for wanting to freeze up on me. Appreciate it. I love that. Thank you. Clifford Warner. So Clifford Warner, over the years, has kind of gotten a little extra heft on him because he's not young anymore. And he's starting to lose his hair on the top of his head. It's all getting gray up there. he's not quite as old as you are, but he's definitely on the older side. And
Yep, and he's still just a local defense commander.
yes, and he does not mind at all wearing his colors. So he stands out because he's wearing His Majesty's, guard, uniform, right? Which is completely out of place in a place where the crown has no power. Because Ilar doesn't fall under the Bruxian Empire. And so he's just sitting at a table when you first come in. And some ruffians come in behind you. But those ruffians are familiar to you. These ruffians are your former compatriots from your last mission. And they just kind of like, one of them just spits on the ground as they walk past you. They don't seem to be very happy with you. And they just kind of part ways with you.
I don't pay him any mind and just head over to Clifford.
Thank you so much, Cantra RPG Saloon, for the raise, my man. So, yeah, Cantra's already starting us off real good, giving us raises to help out the chat. Help out the players, sorry. They'll help us out. Okay, so you pay him no mind and head over to Clifford. And Commander Warren stands up and slides a chair in and steps over to you and offers his hand to you. Says, Duncan, it's a pleasure to see you, friend.
Good day there, Clifford. Is meeting here in this seedy place more a testament to you or to me?
Well, I don't
should I say?
Well, I don't really get to go in places like this very much, but, I thought I'd be more welcome in a place like this because people wouldn't recognize me or my colors. So I thought it'd be best.
Oh, you're probably right about that.
Come, have a seat. Let's drink a little. And tell me, you're at least doing legitimate work now. Please tell me the rumors aren't true about what you're doing now.
Oh, I'm doing whatever job fancies my way.
He says, well, I ordered you a drink. So the drinks come out.
More of them are on the up and up than are not.
He says, well, look, he says, well, you've always got work in Carpage if you're willing to come back. I'm sure the Crown will be willing to give you privateer contract again.
I'm sure, but it's not that interesting anymore, and I like my freedom.
And then you hear a chuckle over your shoulder. And do you look back to the chuckle?
Does it sound familiar?
Yes, it's a familiar voice.
I think I'm just going to keep talking to you because I don't think you would enjoy if I started a bar fight.
He says, are those your friends over there? Because they don't seem friendly.
Well, that's because they're not friends. They were looking for a pilot, but they didn't exactly just let me know everything that was in the job beforehand.
One of them speaks up and says, well, we were looking for a good pilot, not one that was going to crash our ship.
There's only so much a good pilot could do with a piece of junk.
Your friend speaks up, Clifford, and says, I know Duncan here didn't crash your ship. If anything, you boys put him in a situation that he couldn't dig his way out of. He's the best pilot in this system. Possibly the whole southern reach. So you'd best shut your mouth.
Oh, I always did love you. How loyal you are, Clifford.
So one of your former compatriots stands up from his table, starts to come over here. Behind you, Duncan. What do you do?
I just keep drinking my whiskey, looking at. I'm paying attention to Clifford's expression to kind of see how much at risk I might be.
He gives you an eyebrow raise and like a look with his eyeballs, being like you need like a look that says you might need to do something about this. As you hear footsteps and footsteps get closer to you and a large shadow cast over you from behind.
And looking at Clifford, I'll just kind of say over my shoulder, so when you want me to pilot a ship that's engines go out through poor mechanical effort and then blame the crash of the ship on me, that's not exactly to me. You didn't pay me? Seems we're even.
We hear the crack of knuckles. And then at that moment, the scene transitions over to Arthur and Aston and Spencer. So, Aston, Arthur, we're going to cut away to you guys after the aftermath of the crash. And your shuttle has already been picked up and moved, thankfully, because you have friends in those mercenaries that helped you survive in that whole fiasco and managed to rescue the rest of the scientists. They managed to hook your landing shuttle up the cables and carry you off to a platform, or carry you off the landing shuttle. And now we find you guys all on a dock, or a space dock, right? Somewhere on Tycho Center. And you guys are just standing there on the dock somewhere. And you guys are standing there looking at as this mercenary ship, like, just as gently as it possibly can pull off, like, lay down the landing shuttle with cables on the space dock, which is not as graceful as you'd like it to be. But you know, they're doing the best they can. And you hear it kind of crash to the ground with a thud as the weight shifts the wrong way at the wrong time. And ka-thunk! Pieces of metal just shatter and fall off.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And say, all right, we got her to the ground. You can unhook her now. Thank you for following Ever After Games. And they start unhooking the teeth from the cables. And there your shuttle is, in all its wrecked glory.
Well, Arthur, at least it's
gonna
not
take a lot of work.
Waste.
Yeah, I guess we've got spare parts now.
Clint is gonna be pissed.
Hmm.
All right, well, we need to figure out what we're gonna do with this. We need to get a pilot while he's gone, and I need a drink. A warm
Um,
bath.
What happened to the shuttle that collided with us? They managed to stay in the air?
The shuttle that collided with you crashed as well. And then, so while you guys are down there, the mercenary ship lands, and a large man with a thick, reddish-brown beard and a gray bandana steps out. And he appears to have the voice of the man that you were speaking to on communications. And he says, "Man, that's terrible what happened to your ship. Man, I hope y'all have a backup, or at least a ship that can get you off this rock. This wasn't the only bird y'all had, was it?"
Well, this was the one that we had here.
Well, damn. That sucks.
You know any good mechanics in this area?
Well, the only mechanic we got that's really good is the one on our crew we know of. Look, we're not home to ILR. We're most of our crew Resgovian. So, hey, look, if you got a lot of things on your plate right now, we've already been told by Astra Unum we're willing that we can take over the rest of this whole scientist thing and follow it all the way to its end. So, if you want us to keep on that trail, we'll be glad to in your stead. You look like you got personal stuff to handle. Look, I feel terrible about that because, look, I got to admit something. I'm the one who shot down the craft that ended up crashing into you guys. So, but
Well, you're also the one that got us out alive, so I guess we'll take the good with the bad.
appreciate your positive attitude. So, in my defense, when I took out that starboard engine, he just started careening down. So, but yeah, so look at we can get it loaded up and sent anywhere you want. And that's pretty much it. I'm sorry, all this mess. But anyways, like I said, we can handle the rest of the contract with Astra Unum, and you can go on your way if you want. Of course, if you need the money, you can handle it if you want. But I don't know if this is the only boat you got, then it don't look like you're going anywhere right now.
Yeah, I'll look over to Arthur for confirmation, but yeah, I'm pretty much good with just signing off on this one.
Yeah, I mean, if there's another corporation after these scientists, we're not. I don't think we're equipped to handle this right now.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah. I tell you what, I'll give you my comm link codes, and if y'all need us, you give us a shout. It's the least I can do.
I appreciate that. Thank you. What was your name again?
All in the GM needs to look it up. It's been a while since I pulled that NPC up. GM wrote it down ages ago. Kellen. Kellan. He says, Kellen.
Kellen, I'm Aston. This is Arthur. Thank you for saving our asses, really. What more can I say?
It was a pleasure, guys. You did a good job back there.
Glad we could help.
And for me to know what he's he work for Astra or for Anthony Wright Industries?
He was just a mercenary they hired on that was local.
Just a ILR merc?
Yep. Spencer says, so what's the plan next, guys?
I want a drink, I want a bath.
Trying to
That
remember.
sounds pretty good.
I'm trying to remember if Spencer's injured. No, he's good. Okay. Oh yeah, he's got a wound.
No,
He's got a
Arthur
wound.
was injured. I rolled healing because I assumed enough time had passed to do some medical procedures.
Well, medical needs to be done in the golden hour. So you want to do it pretty quickly. So
Right. I mean, I assumed it would have happened
like
immediately
during the
after
ride
we had-
over. Yeah, during maybe the ride over, ship ride over. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You got one success, so whoever you
right.
could have
I
healed. You
applied
could
that
have
to
healed.
Arthur,
Well, you could have healed. Yeah. Okay. I think healing yourself takes a penalty, doesn't it? Take a penalty to heal yourself, don't you?
Don't know.
Other
He
than
did.
the wound
do not
penalty
know.
itself, no, it doesn't add any more new
Okay.
penalties. Like
All right.
deluxe.
All right.
Yeah, he
okay.
rolled his with a 1 wound, 2 fatigue penalty and still made it.
Okay. Sweet. Then you're good. You heal yourself, Arthur.
All right. And then he would have attempted to heal Spencer as well.
Okay.
And he'll Benny that.
You can probably actually you probably made it because you can take away some of that fatigue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that fatigue probably wouldn't have been gone. At least probably I'd say 1 point of fatigue would probably be gone. So by now,
Okay.
given the time that's passed.
Then I guess the second one would have made it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
And Spencer speaks up and says, "Look, since we got to find a pilot and stuff on planet and everything, and you guys are just going off and thinking about getting a drink, I have some other business I want to take care of on ILR. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you, but my father's here. I've been needing to catch up with him for a while, so I want to go see if I can track him down."
I feel like you've been avoiding that, so every time you tell us, I thought that you were just bullshitting. So it's good that you're actually doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to track him down and I'm going to go find you guys when just reach out to me when you guys are ready to leave planet and I'll meet you guys at the ship. So out of character, you guys can leave the planet during this session if you desire to. So don't let this hold you up on that happening. I have another way for him not to participate, like in like the story, if you guys say go chase after Charlie Fontaine tonight. I don't know if that'll occur, but I do have a way to still keep Spencer from like chasing after things with you guys. So, but that's where he's going right now. Got it? All right.
Got it.
I just don't want you to guys feel like you're stuck on ILR.
Well, I definitely want Shaun here before we put it to Charlie Fontaine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so he departs from you guys. And now, okay. All right. So you guys, what do you guys do next? Where are you headed? Drinks? Find a pilot?
Is there a tavern nearby? Nice little
Lawyer.
space nook that I can
Definitely.
get a drink from?
Definitely. Yeah, Kellen. Actually, Kellen already left. Yeah, but yeah, you passed by one on the way in, right? So, little spacer place, little hole in the ground, you know.
Perfect.
All right. So you guys come in to this place. The doors just slide open, whisk open, and Philip. This is just moments after knuckles were cracked. Tell me, what kind of scene do they walk into? Do they walk in to see you trying to just like peaceably handle it after knuckles are cracked? Or is there just like a fight? Like, what's happening?
So I'm gonna set my drink down, take a look at the guy. Is he ready to start swinging?
Yeah, sorry if I didn't make that clear. Yeah, that's what knuckles cracked were. So, like, you're talking shit about his ship and like his crew, and and all that kind of stuff, and not taking any credit for their failures. Like, he's had enough of your crap, right? So he's ready to bloody his fist on your face. So, yeah, he's ready to start swinging unless you decide to convince him otherwise. Or get him to cower down or, get creative. So we could say that the fight's already ongoing and maybe you want it, and would say like a quick encounter, or maybe we could say that it's about to fight already, or it's just about to fight, or whatever you tell me how it looks when they come in.
Quick encounter's just fine, because I was definitely intending of taking a look at him. Looks like he's not going to back down. He's going to start swinging. I was just going to empty my whiskey glass and then crack it over his head.
Okay, so let's just have a quick encounter. And if you just get if you just get a success, we'll just narrate that you're winning when they walk in, right? But if you get a raise, we'll say that like you've convinced him to like back down completely, and it's like all hell, like Duncan, he solved it, right? And
okay,
got it. Okay, all right. So why don't you roll? What's that? This guy's bigger than you, right? He's more intimidating. He's more frightening than you, right? I mean, he's definitely looks like that kind of guy. So you're gonna have a penalty against this guy. We'll say -1. What kind of skill? You said you're gonna break like a beer bottle over his head, right? So that's a fighting, right? So
yeah, definitely.
So make a fighting roll at a -1 to try to get the scuffle with this guy, because like in a fighting situation, like he seems like the more superior specimen. So you're gonna have a -1 to this guy.
I've dealt with his kind before.
Of course, sure.
I've been around the solar system a bit.
Okay, all right. We'll see if the dice back it up. Yeah. Well, that -1 here. That -1 I gave you, huh?
I'll do.
Damn those -1s. Yeah. So I've already handed out. Oh, you didn't get your bennies when I handed them out, did you? Why didn't you get your bennies? Oh, because I didn't put you in a party tracker. That's why you didn't get your bennies.
I'm gonna totally penny that.
I guess I gotta hand you your adventure cards. How many should you guys have? Because I don't want to take away theirs.
I have 2.
Wait, everybody gets 4 though because of heroic. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yes. Sorry.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. There we go. So you should have all your adventure cards now, and this is a reminder to the players. Now is the time. Now that you got all your adventure cards, everything, and your beanies. If you don't like your adventure cards, or you don't feel like there's a good mix, to spend your beanies to redraw some adventure cards. So let me get the actually on the screen. Let me make sure I got the countdowns right on the screen. Yep. So we got. Oh, let's see. 2. Oh, that's right. Aston only gets 2 now.
But I get 5 adventure cards and can play 2.
Get 5. That's right. Got them all sorted out. 4, 2, 3, 0 for Shaun, and 3. Okay, everything's sorted, I think, now. Yep. Okay. Yep. Also, all the stuff on the screen is now fixed. All right. We're good to go.
Yeah, I'm spending a penny on that fighting roll.
Okay. All right. Spending a penny on it. Okay. Spending a penny and still failing.
So it didn't go very well for me.
No. So you break the bottle over his head, right? So this is what happens when you guys walk in. So you walk into this bar, and at first when the doors swoosh open, and the first thing you see is 2 men that are just taking swings at each other, right? And they're in the middle, and there's one man standing behind them with his pistol in his hand, like ready to like it seems like calm the situation if needed be, and he's wearing a uniform. And the rest of the crowd is just watching what's happening and transpiring. And there's a group of ruffians in the corner, just like they look like they're ready to jump in to back up their pal, right? If it goes south for him. But these two guys are just fighting, but one of them is like kind of on the older side, right? And the other one is just so much bigger than him. And they're fighting each other. And this older guy just takes a beer bottle and just breaks it over the large man's head. And the large guy just doesn't even seem to faze him. And he just looks at him and then he just spits in his eye. Just spits right in his eyes. And since right now at this point it hasn't escalated to like actual like guns and stuff, this is what happens. He just takes like his boot and he just kicks you in the chest and sends you tumbling over the table and flying backwards, right?
That tracks.
But then he draws his pistol and he says, "So this is how we're going to do it, huh? You've decided, right? Come on, boys. I should have done this days ago when we were in the ship."
Oh, so you're bringing a gun to a bar fight now? Is that what kind of lowlife you are?
This ain't a bar fight anymore. We're ending your old ass.
Well, I was just going to keep it as a civil bar fight, but if he's drawing pistols.
So this is what y'all see playing out in front of you guys, Aston, Arthur.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's not one thing, it's another.
Now I'm going to see if I got a map for this. I think I do.
But it's just one-on-one right now, right?
Well, no, he said the boys are jumping in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I also imagine if he's drawing a pistol that Clifford's going to be jumping in.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out my pistol and fire a round into the ceiling.
Pull out your pistol and fire around? Okay. Sweet.
Just say,
try to de-escalate it.
Fucking day right now, and I really, really, really don't want it to go down like this.
You know what? Let's play action cards and see if you get it off before the fighting starts.
Sure.
Let's play action cards. And you could always spend a beanie, try to redraw your card, and try to go first.
Hoping for one of the two cards to be good.
All right. Got a scientist in the combat tracker. Got to put old Duncan in there. Take him off a hold. I love it how when it adds a new NPC to the combat tracker, it doesn't put their token on there. Okay. Okay, so right now the bad guys are going first. But you got a 6 and a 4, Aston. And Duncan's got a 10 and a 3 of hearts. So right now the bad guys are going forth. They're charging at him, ready to grab him by the feet and drag him out of the bar and probably take him somewhere with no witnesses and end him probably. So
I'm gonna take the 4.
you take the 4. Okay.
So can we say that I at least got to order my whiskey before this happened?
Nope. You just walked in the door.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. So I found a map, but I don't think it's really appropriate. So we might, you know what? Do you guys mind reusing an old map?
I don't mind theater of the mind, whatever you want to do.
Theater of Mind's fine for me.
Quite all right. Yep.
And it's a new map to me, so whatever. Either works.
Well, we could say it's got some casino tables, and we could use the old map from the casino match we had.
That works.
I got another bar map, but it's more like a club than a bar. I thought it was a bar. It said bar, but it looks more like a club. Well, I'll show it to you guys and let you see. Let you see your opinion. What do you guys think? That looks more like a bar, doesn't it?
I think that's just fine.
Oh, we got a little... Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah. Yeah, I got a good little spot over here. We'll just do it over here in the corner over here. Yeah. Okay. And we'll do this, actually. Works great. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to squeeze it down a little bit. Well, mask will work. There we go. Yeah, so it's just a little dive bar, right? It's like this is literally the entire place. Little tiny thing, right? And if he drags him out that front door there, then he's out of the bar and they can kill him without any witnesses. And which wouldn't be good, right?
Well, if they're rushing me like that, I think I'm going to have to play one of my action cards or adventure cards.
Okay. Adrenaline surge. Hero gets an additional and immediate turn. Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay. All right.
So I'm guessing that means that I get to act now, and then I'll act again when my card comes up.
Yes, it's additional and immediate. So this is what we'll do. We'll put you right here on the ground. And they're like around you. The one that just beat you down. And they're like over here. And they're coming over to you to get you. And the players just kind of came into the... Well, Shaun's not there. Duh. Take him off there. Aston and Arthur just kind of came into the front door. Yes, what
Arthur,
do you do?
what
You're on the ground. Like you just got kicked to the ground, tumbled over that table there, and knocked it to the ground. Actually, we'll put you a little bit over the side here, actually, yeah. Because you just tumbled that table. What do you do now? You got your immediate turn, adrenaline surge. What do you do?
I'm going to use Rebel Rouser and actually
Put your buddy out
taunt
there.
them all first as a test. Want to do a test on all of them. Basically, I'll Oh, is that the only way that you young whippersnapper boys can get your jollies is by beating on an old man in front of everybody and killing him?
Nice. Okay, so what skill roll is that going to be for your test?
I'm looking for taunt.
Nice. If I remember correctly, it's resisted by spirit typically, right? Taunt? Or is it smarts? Smarts, okay.
Taunt to smarts.
Okay, and remind me, it's distracted or vulnerable, right?
I want to make them. I want to make them distracted.
Okay. Is it? Is there a hierarchy? Is it like a raise? You get one, or is it just either one you choose?
Well, by the stock rules, it's if you succeed, you make them either distracted or vulnerable. Whoever's action it is, it's their choice. A raise, you make them shaken. There's an optional rule that on a raise, you roll on the creative combat table, which I do thoroughly enjoy. I don't know if you use that or not.
We haven't had players do a lot of tests. So why don't we just keep it simple right now, and I'll look at it later. So
okay.
Right.
So it's an opposed roll. So
nice. Yeah, because I got a smarts. Yeah, test on smarts. Okay. And Rebel Rouser makes it a group, right, against medium burst template, right?
Yeah. And actually, I get a free reroll on with Killer Instinct. So
would you put the burst template out there though, please? I don't know if it'll catch them all. Do you know how to set a template out there?
Yeah, that's all of them.
Nice. Okay. All right. Sweet. All right. Yeah. So, all right, sweet. So they'll make smart rolls because their smarts is average. I'm just gonna pick up 4 dice. Okay. No, none of them beat you. So you said you're gonna give them what, vulnerable again or distracted?
Now I want to make them all distracted.
Okay.
Hey,
all of them distracted. Sweet.
Can we use one of those raises we got and make it where they're all shaken?
That's up to Duncan. Do you want to? So that's what you can cash in a party raise. That's the way it works. So the party has a pool of raises that the chat gives us, and they're on the screen in Twitch. So that's a good reason to actually for you to have Twitch open and like talk to Twitch chat and like. But another reason is so you can see the Twitch overlay and know like.
Is that the 3 with the up arrow?
Yes. Yes. Okay. So that's So like you could spend one of the party raises and bump your success to a raise, and then they're all shaken instead. So if you want to do that,
I guess since Aston recommended it, I'm game with it. I'll do that.
Yeah, I would totally do it. Yeah, for sure.
Seems how RPG Saloon bought us a new raise today. We might as well.
Yeah, thank you, RPG Saloon, for joining us, man. Have a good night, man. Sweet. So we will take that away, and now they're all shaking. Holy shit, this guy can invest. Nice. Okay, so sweet. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now they're distracted and shaken, right?
And with my turn, then I'm gonna stand up and step back and go, Clifford, a little help here?
Yep, Clifford. All right, cool.
And I'll draw my stunner.
Clifford says, damn it, I shouldn't be shedding blood in His Majesty's name here when I'm outside the colonies. But damn it, I guess I'm going to have to. And he opens fire on one of them. Actually, it's not his turn, actually. Sorry, my bad. I just assumed it was, since you... All right. Yeah, so Duncan does that, and... Oh, they get to act, sorry. You acted outside of your turn to do that. Then it goes back to top of the turn order. One of them comes out of shaken. When I'm still shaken. Oh, I forgot to have the one that was out of shaken. He gets to act now. Forgot to do his thing. That's the big guy. The big guy. So he shakes it off and he goes, "I'm gonna get you, old man." And he just like rushes towards you. And he tries to just like run towards you and just put his hands around your throat to try to choke you. So that's going to be an athletics roll. He's just trying to strangle you, right? So. Okay, so he got a 1. So how does that look?
The chair that's in front of me, I kick it out just in time to cause him to stumble so he doesn't reach me.
Sweet. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, he stumbles and has difficulty like getting over and away from the chair, and he like growls and curses. And that one's out of shaking. And then he runs back over here behind this table, draws out a pistol, and drawing a weapon is not an action. Is it? No. Yeah.
No.
No, that's a free action.
Yeah, and then he's going to fire his pistol at you, Duncan.
Coward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so. The pistol misses you. And the last one. Those two right there in the middle, they're just, man, they don't want to approach you. They're not brave enough to get closer to you. They're like, "Oh, what do we do, guys? What do we do?" You know.
They're a little reluctant to kill an old man.
Yeah, they're reluctant to kill old man. Yeah. In a bar, you know, they don't want to be murderers in a bar, you know. Now it's actually your turn. Duncan.
I'm just going to shoot this guy in front of me with my stunner.
Okay. Just remember it's going to go against parry because you're in melee.
Right. How do you target again in Fantasy Grounds?
You just
Control.
roll the die. You can control click, or you can just roll the dice on them. Either one. It's weird. There you go. Nice hit. Good job. You said it was a stunner pistol?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, so you did not get a raise, so just they'll make a vigor roll or become stunned. So, okay, so he succeeded. He is not stunned. So you hit him when you hit him with the stunner charges, and it hits him, and he just kind of shakes through it. He goes, "Jeez!" and he rips him off his chest and throws him to the ground.
Okay.
All right, now Aston. Do you want to move, Duncan?
Nah, I don't want him to get the attack on me, so I'll just stay there.
Okay. Aston, so you've just come into this room, apparently this bar. You just wanted to have a drink and chill. You come in and just, there's chaos erupting when you come in. There's patrons around, like backing away from the bar, the fight going on. What do you do? There's an old man getting attacked by these ruffians, man.
Yeah, I don't really care. But they're disrupting my drink, and I do care about that. So I'm gonna multi-action. I'm gonna pull the pistol out, shoot the ceiling, and I am going to try to de-escalate things. And if that does not work, my second action, I am going to shoot the dude that is accosting the old man.
Okay, so you're gonna multi-action it. Okay.
So I'm gonna move up slightly because I figure we're walking in, and I just assume that at this point Arthur and I are just walking at a normal pace, seeing this, and I'm just shaking my head. Like, what are the fucking odds that the bar that we picked this is happening in? And then pull it out.
I'm trying to think of
pop a shot off.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what kind of roll you're going to get that.
And I'm not trying to intimidate. I really am just trying to say, like, listen.
No, you're trying to calm it down. Yeah.
This has been a long day. I really, really, really just want to have a drink in a quiet bar.
Yeah. Give yourself an additional -2 on this roll.
Sure. Do a -2. And a -2. I'll take the 5.
So he's just been thrown to the ground. And or sorry, just knocked to the ground because the wooden chair or whatever you call it. Or the chair, sorry. And he looks up at you and he kind of stops for a second. And you said, remind me again what you said. You said something about just wanting to look for a drink.
I just want to have a drink in a quiet bar. Can we please not do this right now? I'm an unhinged man in a suit shooting a gun in a bar. So
yeah,
I mean,
he says. He looks at Duncan. He says, "We're not done." We may be done right now, but we're not done.
Oh, I've dealt with many of your kind over the years, and you don't get this old by not knowing how to take care of yourself. It'll be your head if you're not done.
He looks back at his buddies who were just standing there stiff as boards. He says, "What are you doing there? Pussies, come on, let's go." Jeez. They all leave the bar.
and without even looking at this guy that I just saved, I'm just going to walk over to the bar and order a drink.
Arthur will follow him.
Clifford stands up, approaches his friend, reaches out a hand, helps you. Duncan.
Yep. And I'd go up to the bartender and at least say, his drink is on me.
Like, all right, make it a double.
He says, all right. Well, we're going to talk about who's paying for these tables and stuff? Or am I going to have to send a bill to those guys who will never show up again?
Oh, they're the ones that started the fight.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was going to hear. Jeez. Fine. Well, all right, here's your drinks. Look, just don't break anything else, all right, please? And then he kind of turns and leaves. So all of you are left there at the bar by yourselves for that quiet drink as the crowd just kind of like settles back into their places, and then there's like hushed talk about what happened, and the staff like picks up tables and that kind of stuff, and starts trying to put everything back into place.
So after a while of just awkward silence and drinking. So it's gonna is this just a normal Tuesday for you?
Oh, I wouldn't call it normal. I don't normally hang around in a seedy joint like this.
Clifford
Why
speaks
not?
up and says, "That's kind of my fault, actually."
Cheap drinks, people leave you alone. It's not to love about a seedy bar.
The lack of good quality liquor.
I'll give you that. But after you're almost killed, and then your craft crashes, and then your pilot leaves, and then you're stranded on fucking Ilar, guess what? Cheap liquor does great.
Oh, so you're short to pilot, eh?
Yeah. And a craft.
Well, hold on. Let me interject here real quick. You're not short of craft. I thought
just the
I thought
shuttle.
you were just telling the mercenary that. You still have the Griffin Explorer.
Well, right, no, but our landing shuttle to get back to our main ship is
Well, you're in Tycho Center right now. You're in the spaceport.
oh, we're back in Tycho. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I recant that. I am just down a pilot.
Okay.
But all the
Yeah.
rest of that does stand. I
thought you were thinking that Clint took the ship. Okay, I just want to make sure you didn't know that. I didn't think that. Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry, GM interrupted. GM is going to disappear again. All right.
Well, to advance the story, I would be asking them about the pilot, but I am curious if Clifford might have a job for all of us, because Clifford is the one I'm meeting with.
Ugh. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately I didn't want to derail the player's story, but
Right.
I guess I can come up with something on the fly. Sure. I'm used to that running that kind of game. Clifford says, if you guys are on system for just a short time, if you need money to repair that shuttle that you're talking about, I may have work for you.
What sort of work are we talking about?
I came here to work on brokering a deal to get some more weapons for our local defense of our colony, and just need someone to help me do protection for it, just for the meat.
And I assume you need me to do some piloting for you, eh, Clifford?
Well, I'm sure someone could haul it back, but you're willing to fly all the way back to Carpage? I mean, that's a long ways away.
You're honestly just trying to get me back into Bruxy, aren't you?
I mean, would you really do it?
No, I wouldn't.
That's what I thought. But look, you guys can at least do protection for it, you know? Help me keep an eye on the meat. And make sure it doesn't try to get items get stolen?
How long do you think this is going to take?
Not long. I was planning on hiring mercenaries when I got here to help me out with the job. But look, if you don't need the money, I mean, you don't have to do it.
I mean, money's always good to have, especially in our current predicament. And we have a few hours to kill. Arthur, what do you think?
I think if it doesn't take too long, I'm down for it.
All right, well, the meet's happening in 2 hours. I was planning on heading there right after meeting with drinks here with my friend Duncan. And then, but we were afraid that, well, the meet was going to get ambushed. Considering all the upheaval going on right now with strikes and stuff like that, worker strikes, we were afraid that it would get ambushed by people trying to acquire weapons for protest and riots and strikes. We were afraid it would get ambushed. So,
now you got the extra problem of your friends that just left here too.
They're not friends. They're incompetent smugglers.
That seems like a great combination. So, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
all right. Well, then I'll give you guys the location, and we'll meet there in a couple hours. Sound good?
Is it within walking distance?
It's here in Tycho Center. It's on the lower levels, unfortunately, though. That's where the largest bays are.
Yeah, that's fine. Give them the comms info. Go ahead and just shoot it over, and we'll meet you there.
All right. And he says, Duncan, pleasure to see you again. Let's not wait too long again, all right? Next time.
Definitely. And next time you chat, you may have a job for me. Make sure it's something that's not muscle, something that has a ship.
Well,
Because you know nobody's going to take care of your ship better than I will.
yeah. All right. Well, I wasn't planning on giving you a job. I didn't expect to find you, well, let me rephrase that. I was hoping to convince you to fly privateer and come back to Carthage, but, you keep turning that one down. So, take the sensible jobs, Duncan.
I don't have much time left. I'm taking the jobs that are interesting.
Well, then I'll keep giving you muscle work.
But that's not interesting, Clifford.
And come to your senses. And then he kind of just slaps you on the shoulder and walks away. You're getting too old for this, he says as he's like about 10 feet away.
I'll never be too old to fly a ship.
That's right, and you're one of the best. As the doors swish open and he leaves the bar. All right, so you guys are left alone. Now, so do you guys just want to jump to the meet?
For brevity, we can, sure.
Unless you had something else.
Gonna be...
Do y'all want to do an interlude? Do y'all want to run an interlude or anything?
I was gonna bullshit with this person that
sure.
has been hamming up.
Let's do that then. Sure. Since he's the new player, let's do it.
Yeah. Just kind of sitting there, just looking like straight ahead at the bar, drinking and just talking.
Arthur, do you have anything to say? Anything to add in? You kind of being quiet.
I'm not sure at this point.
Okay. All right.
I'm like, all right. So what's your deal? You're a pilot. I get that. He said you're a good pilot, but nah. Those Neanderthals that just left out of here said that you crashed their ship. What happened there?
They wanted me to pilot a ship that didn't work, had bad engines, went out right when the authorities were coming in, and they want to blame me for it crashing. Well, that's on them. That's not on me.
Why'd you say yes?
Oh, because they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me how bad the ship was before they gave it to me to fly. The run sounded interesting enough.
Let's say the little experience that I have with smugglers, I don't assume they're going to be just assuming that you guys are even Stevens and leaving you alone from this point.
Well, lad, you don't get to be my age by being afraid of everyone. I'm not too concerned about them. I've had to deal with far worse than them.
Funny. You remind me of someone. Get up, walk over to him. Arthur Courtney. Extend a hand.
Duncan McKenzie.
Duncan, thanks for the drink. This is Arthur Hegel.
Hello.
And we're kind of back on Ilar, squaring away some things. But we are just so coincidentally in need of a pilot. And you said you're looking for interesting work. Well, let me tell you, we don't really have boring days.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we were just in the 76th story of a building where a gunner ship came through, ripped the building to shreds, fell us down a few stories, rescued a few scientists, crashed a ship. That was all within the last 3 hours.
That doesn't sound not boring. That sounds rather crazy.
Yeah. But unfortunately for us, this is just another Tuesday. So let's chat while we walk. If everything seems copacetic towards the end of this endeavor, we might have a little paid gig if you're interested enough in it.
That sounds good to me. I've got nothing better to do until I see Clifford again. I'm not, I may have mentioned dives like this aren't particularly interesting to me.
Well,
What is interesting to you?
Well, I've spent my whole life flying ships all around, and there's nothing that I enjoy more than that.
you don't own a cowboy hat, do you? Never mind. Turn around and walk away.
Cowboy hat is he into archaic Western films?
He's gonna keep walking out the door.
No, somebody we used to know.
So I'm gonna walk out the door and just kind of look around a bit to make sure those 4 dudes that walked out aren't just kind of waiting around for him to exit.
No, that wouldn't be fun. So they're not there right now. So.
Okay. And then I'll just chill by the door until the 2 of them exit.
Okay. All right. Okay. So so we see you guys depart, and then I guess for brevity's sake, we'll jump to the meeting. So I'm assuming you guys kind of all meet at your separate times. Well, Arthur and Aston probably together, and then Duncan probably gets certain things in order or sorted out before he meets, and then all of you kind of meet outside this location, which is like a bay or an indoor storage bay. So it looks like it's kind of like you're in some kind of industrial like storage area somewhere inside Tycho Center, in the deeper underbellies of this large, ominous structure, right? So you're down, like, way down in the roots of this big, like, spaceport. And I've described the spaceport before as like this. It looks like if a tree trunk had like a tree had been cut off at the trunk, right? And it had like the roots had like were sticking way out of the ground, but the roots were like were just metallic and were just the structure itself. And out of the roots were instead just like ports and docks and platforms just coming out. But from the sky, it looks like this massive star, right? And but if you're looking at it from the side, it looks like basically like a giant tree trunk, if you will, like a metallic tree trunk, but covered with platforms and docks and that kind of stuff. And the whole thing has thousands of ships of different sizes that go within. Well, the very underbelly, the dungeons, if you will, of Tycho Center is what connects to the space elevator that hauls up the cargo, right? So you're now in the very bottom, right, of Tycho Center, where you can hear the conveyor lines, and you've got like essentially like hover lifts everywhere running around, mechs, loading mechs all around you, that kind of stuff. And so you're having to pass by all this equipment as they're moving boxes and crates and that kind of stuff, engines, whatever gets hauled up on the space elevator, to get sent up to Kalegi Station. And so your goal was to meet at a certain bay, right? To make this arrangement. Clifford Warner was to acquire some weapons for the colony. Which Duncan, why don't you pick a common knowledge roll for me? I'll say actually make a -2 for that, please.
A -2?
Yeah. Snapfire penalty? Oh, you just hit the button to make it easier. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you're just okay. The whole situation doesn't seem odd or anything, I guess, to you. You just you've been away from there so long, You're muted right now.
Yeah, it's been like 3 decades or so.
Oh wow, really? Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, so you guys get down to that warehouse, and let's go ahead and get some things sorted out. So, GM's got one that'll work. Yes, map will work. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this will work for the situation. Since this mission is on the fly. You guys see that? Oh, it shows up as pirate ship. Oh. Thought I had set to where it wouldn't show up as that. There. So what does it show up as now? Ah. That's weird. Why does it show up as... Thought I had it set to where it would show up as... Bummer. Oh, there it goes. It's right now. Okay. Yeah, basically I took a cargo hold of a pirate ship and converted it.
Looks good
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, it works. I don't use the ID feature of Fantasy Grounds very much. Apparently, I needed to click off for it to store it. I didn't click off. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, this is the cargo hold, right? And, and this is where you guys will be at. So we see you guys kind of enter in through these doors to the north up there. And so you guys are just kind of waiting inside with Clifford. So yeah. Let you this big. I just thought out a quick hex map. I'm using hexes because I don't have to try to match it to the size. Because it's easier that way. You guys are there to meet people, right? And you guys get there first with Clifford. We're just going to put everybody out there. And so you guys just kind of get in the room amongst yourselves. And just kind of, if you will, guys, just kind of put yourselves where you would be in the room. Because you're there first. So what do you guys do once you're in the room? Because you're there first. No one else is there yet. Do you make yourself comfortable? Do you put yourself in like a situation where like you're in? Because I mean, your job is here to protect the meat. So what do you guys do?
You said we came in through the northern doors?
Yes, the up here.
Little jut, yeah. I mean, I would be asking Clifford, like, you know, what's the details of everything here? Surveying the room, finding the exits, and then, yeah. But I'd be
Yes,
probably.
There's
sitting
doors
pretty close.
here, and then there's doors there.
Yeah, I'd
And
probably be
then-
sticking close to the door we came.
Oh,
through,
there's
'cause at
doors
least I know.
here. There's doors there.
Is
Okay.
this a legit meat here, Clifford? Are you buying from some reputable sources, or is it some rather ilk that I might know?
He says, he says, do you really want the answer to that, Duncan?
Oh, the pause tells me enough that they might not be the most upstanding people. So, understood.
Let's just say that Carpage is a little far away from New Avalon. And we haven't gotten help from the crown in a while as far as weaponry. We've gotten money, but not gear. And so now I'm here to spend the crown's money.
Given that, I'd be kind of on heightened awareness, looking over the whole joint, casing everything out, looking for anything suspicious.
Okay. All right. So are y'all checking
If-
out other doors or just searching this whole room or what?
I would be surveying from my vantage, but I wouldn't be exploring.
Okay. All right.
Arthur's going to ask Clifford, if things do go south, what sort of company would we be expecting?
Well, as I said before, I'm mostly concerned about not the people who I'm trading with, but potential riders and strikers possibly ambushing this thing. With all the stuff going on in Ilar right now, with the anti-robotics protest right now, I'm expecting a trade like this to potentially be hit. If word of this got out, with what Carlos Selvig is doing in the news right now, and well, what's happening with Brax Courtney Enterprises, they could be looking for weapons.
Do you have any sort of defenses other than us?
You were the defenses. I hired you.
Okay.
Are you not up for the task?
I'm just wondering what we have to work with.
Aston, are you on the PDD or something looking up what he's talking about?
Well, I already know what he's talking about because that's kind of what we came into when we landed here. No, I'm trying to keep my best poker face on, as he says, Brax Courtney.
Yeah, okay. All right. Because you didn't check with mommy and daddy. Check in with mommy and daddy when you came to Ilar.
Mm-mm.
All right. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So, oh crap. Where did I put? Oh yeah. So, Duncan, so you're just kind of looking around in this room too, just like everybody else, or remind me, are you checking doors? Or
Yeah.
what?
Well, yeah. Given that, I'd take a look around, see if there's anything I notice in particular that might be a threat or a good place to jump to if something goes down.
Yeah, you see crates in here, and it looks like most of them are full of like equipment, and unless that's what the ID reads, right? Because each crate has like a readout on it, like a technical readout on it that can be scanned by a comlink or a PDD. Well, actually, I'll probably say just PDDs because communicators are just for communicating. But like a PDD can scan it or connect with it. Since you have a neural net, you can just connect with it with your head where, and you can pretty much just scan these crates without making it obvious to anyone else. And you pick up that pretty much this crate is for like equipment. This crate is for weapons. This crate is armor. You know, and you're getting that most of this equipment here is for like military issue, like defense gear.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And so after a few minutes, a group comes in. GM is going to do something here. Okay.
Arthur, you're so far away.
All right. Just making an NPC real quick. Okay. So you guys, so a group comes in and where did she go? We'll put them in the combat tracker. Now they're in the combat tracker just for ease of use right now, but they're going to be on neutral right now. It's just in case anything happens.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you never know with players if anything's going to happen or not.
That's right. It's just if I'm going to put them on the map, it's probably better just to put them on the combat tracker.
So would it be safe to say that Arthur would have lost all of his fatigue by now?
Yeah, take it off. Sorry.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, it goes away like 15 minutes for a point. Just speak up next time, yeah, please. I forgot it was on there. Yeah. Okay,
I've
so
just seen the small army that you got in the tracker here. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Okay, so we see a group come in, and she's escorted by her security team.
They are surrounding Arthur.
No, that's not where they are. I'm just getting them on the map right now. So yeah, so move your characters to where you would shuffle to be as she comes in, because she comes in and they stand on this right beside this pad here, and so they just kind of spread out around her to kind of protect her, and like a pretty good girth around her. It's a weird word. Actually, probably more like this. And so if you guys are there, she just kind of stops there. And she speaks up to Cliff, and Cliff kind of just approaches her. And she says, thanks for showing up. And they just kind of just immediately start talking business. None of them say what company they work for, or whether they work for a company, whether they work for individuals. They just immediately start talking business, right? They don't introduce themselves to you the reason why I'm not role playing it out is because it's not interesting when the GM role plays with himself. You know, I'm just telling you like how this meet is going, right? Like it's just seems like the typical kind of like handoff or meet that happens between two business partners, right? At first, she, however, like keeps taking like side glances at you guys, right? Because you guys don't look like the typical sort of security team. Like Aston is dressed like royalty or nobility. Matt is wearing like a mechanic's jumpsuit. And how does Mackenzie look?
He's kind of dressed in workwear, really.
Maybe a pilot's jumpsuit, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a an outer jacket on it, but nothing fancy. Certainly not anything that's greased up or anything like that. He takes care of him how he looks.
Yeah. So these guys are all in. These guys are all in security armor. And carrying like laser rifles and stuff. So they're like what security is supposed to look like.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. So, but so she says, however, the meeting takes a turn when she says, we had difficulty acquiring some of the items. And unfortunately, at this time, we can't eat the cost that was incurred upon us. Clifford says, I'm sorry. What are you trying to say here? She says, I'm sorry. This is difficult to say, but we're going to have to renegotiate cost. He says, how much? You're going to have to pay a 20% increase in the total fees for the weapons. He's nervous. He says, perhaps we can strike a deal where I can pay you 10% increase now and another 10% increase on the next shipment. Because I don't have 20% right now. Mona Wong seems to be kind of frustrated at this moment, and they kind of have a back and forth, right? It kind of like spurs this conversation between them. This delay in time, however, seems to kind of get the security team kind of bristly, kind of unsure about what's about to play out. And this delay kind of plays out for just long enough for something to kind of start occurring. Those of you who said you were on the alert, I want you to make notice rolls for me, please. Okay, so Aston specifically, you hear something behind the door to the north. And it sounds like hydraulic sounds or something like that. and you know there was no equipment moving outside that door when you guys first came in.
Are there any windows or anything in this area?
No, there's no windows. And
Okay.
the rest of you guys just know that the security personnel just started getting antsy. And they're looking at each other, and you could see their mouths moving and talking to their communicators underneath their helmets. Aston's seen that too. But something is happening on the other side of that door to the north, Aston.
Yeah, as soon as I hear that, I'm gonna kind of just obnoxiously.
What? So the security team, one of the security team members is running over to this door here at this moment.
Oh, he's just gonna start running towards it?
No, he's doing something at the door. So, sorry, he's not running. He's walking over the door. Sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna hold a hand up to him and just kind of point to my ear and point back. Just let your men know something's going on.
He doesn't even acknowledge you.
Fuck him. Okay. So on comms, I'm gonna say we're about to have an incident here, and the way that these guys look, this is gonna get bad fast.
Okay, so
I think I would be moving over here a bit on this side.
all right, Arthur. I saw Arthur scooted over to the door by the boxes, didn't you, Arthur?
Yeah. How do these doors open and close? Are they electronic?
Yeah, they're electronic. They're open via. Is there big cargo doors? They're open via like a control panel inside the doors.
Okay. Would Arthur have time to go over and essentially lock the control panel from the inside?
You can try it.
So
You can
that's
try
possible.
it you can try it for sure. Yes. So
Okay.
thank you
And
for the
that's what
raid
Arthur
so
will
much, DM the Mark Knight. Appreciate it. So thank you everybody for joining us from Mark Knight's raid. We're about to have a showdown, I think. The players are getting antsy, and someone apparently seems to be trying to get inside their warehouse right now. So Arthur runs over to the door and is going to try to lock it down, as apparently someone is on the other side of it, and they're suspicious that someone's about to try to get in.
Yeah.
So,
And I'm gonna step on the other side of this box here, and I'm gonna actually speak up and say, "Ma'am, seems how your security wants to disregard us being here. I think there's gonna be a situation." And I'm just gonna kind of like nod my head over towards the door where her person is walking and where Arthur is running towards the control panel.
I think I'd like to move over to the other side and support Arthur in trying to lock the door.
okay, all right, let's go. Okay, that's all the actions everybody's doing real quick. No more actions. Just while Arthur does that. Okay. All right, now Arthur. Okay, so that's going to be. It's going to be a. We'll say that's a -2 difficulty to lock that door down.
Okay.
But first, before you roll, Duncan is trying to support you, so he's going to try to make it easier for you. So first, Duncan is going to make a support roll. So.
And I just want to like look at the lock and stuff and point out some possible things that he could look out for that help him lock it down real quick.
Right.
So I'm thinking
that's-
electronics roll.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. That's a +1.
Still +1. So yeah,
All right.
Why'd you get a reroll on that? Oh,
I got reliable.
Yeah,
free
that's
reroll
right.
on support rolls.
that's right. Nice. Very cool.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
It's -1.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and penny that.
Bennying that. All right.
All right. So 5.
5-1. 5. Okay. So you locked the door down, or at least it says door control shut off. Is what it says on the screen. All right.
Yeah.
And your timing was
They're using
impeccable.
hydraulics.
Your timing was impeccable because you hear a sound as if it sounds as if like some kind of metal scraping sound and almost like immediately after some kind of explosion and a pop on the other side of the door. It's muffled very much because there's like there's obviously like a couple of like feet of metal between you and them, right? But you hear this, and the door managed to come up maybe like 2 inches before you locked it down. All right, and you hear shouting on the other side of the door, and the security team like opens up the communications, their visors, and you start hearing like this electronic sounding speaking because they don't their visors don't they just speak out through a speaker, right? Because their visors are completely covered, and they say, "Ma'am, it's time for us to exit. This situation is out of control now. We have people trying to get in. We're exiting through the south exit." All right. And so the security team, so Aston, she looks at you and says, "I know you're trying to help, Mr. Courtney. Thank you for warning us. But my team is taking care of me. Clifford, I'm sorry, but this deal will have to be done another time." And they go here, and they're basically skedaddling.
I think that's our cue to exit, gentlemen.
So what do you guys do?
So, these riots and whatnot that are going on, what all do we know about them? I assume they're not peaceful, as in the term of riot.
Well, yeah, the term riot kind of fills that in. Yeah.
So,
real quickly, actually, before you ask that question, Duncan, which way are you going? Are you following them out the south exit?
No, actually, I was heading over towards the doors on the east. The ones they came in.
All right. Okay, good.
Unless Clifford seems to be following them, I'm essentially going to kind of follow Clifford.
No, Clifford hasn't left yet. He's letting his security team handle the situation so that he's hired. So, okay, so these guys leave out the south exit, and if anyone makes a move to follow them, they have their six like covered. Like there's guys pointing guns towards y'all too. Their job is to protect Mona Wong.
Yeah.
And so they all leave. They disappear.
I'd be following.
Crap. Shit. I had the wrong button. Oh shit, that's not good. Well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad actually. That's not too bad actually.
But yeah, I'd be following Duncan towards that east exit as well. Obviously, we don't want to get shot,
Here,
but we also don't want to make it seem like we're all in a big group anyways.
Yeah.
Kind of defeats the purpose.
All right, come on, old man. Let's get out of here.
All right. All right, so you guys go to the east door there? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take just a quick listen at the door, see if there might be any similar sounds like what was beyond the north.
So you're going to put your ear to the door? Make a notice roll? All right, so it's a metal door, so you're going to take a penalty to listen at it. But yeah, you'll take a -2 penalty to try to hear on the other side of the door. So you peek your head to the door and put your ear to it. All right. You can't hear any other sounds on the other side.
Sounds all clear.
It's called role playing.
Yep. And gonna try to open the door as stealthily as possible.
It's impossible. There is no stealth roll to open that door. It's a cargo door that goes.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I pressed the button really quiet.
Yeah, you go. and it goes ka-chunk,
I do
ka-chunk,
have
ka-chunk
my-
as the hydraulics open. Yeah.
I do have my gun out. My gun out though.
All right. So as soon as you guys start to open the door, I will reveal more.
We walk into the giant mech. With guns at our face.
So
He's
the
being careful to
door,
reveal.
yeah. So as you guys open the door here to the north is already half open. And there's people rushing through and under it.
Do they look unhappy?
That's funny. Yes.
And
Uh,
to the right, is that a dead end we see?
it is a locked door. Yeah, sealed door.
All right, awesome.
I'm putting the pieces down. I don't know why these pieces aren't all revealing themselves, but
If that's the case, then I would start like a little bit hastily moving towards the south.
oh.
Yeah, I'm thinking we shut this door back up, try and lock it, head down south.
All right. So this is Q, however, actually for combat turns. So Aston Courtney, you get the first
Well.
act though.
Yep, I'm gonna keep the king.
Thank you for following, Arathan. Appreciate it. And once again, thank you for that raid, DM Martinut. So you're gonna keep the king? All right, sweet.
And let's just. Yeah, I'm gonna make my way down to as far down as I can.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Do you want to try to manipulate the door panel from there?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
My electronics are not good to take that multi penalty.
Okay. Well, it doesn't take an action to try to open a door. You're just opening it. Just hitting a button.
Oh, wait, if it's just hitting the button on a panel, then sure.
Yeah. Okay. We hit the button and the door doesn't open.
Perfect. Dick.
Do you think they were going to let themselves be followed? They got to make sure Miss Wong is safe.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna hit on comms and say, of course these assholes locked the door. And I guess I'll just tell them like, you guys try to get that door locked, and I'll try to work on this one.
Okay.
What am I in my turn?
Arthur Hakel. What do you do?
Arthur.
By the way, the
is going
combat
to,
triggered as soon as that door opened and they started rushing. Like y'all saw them rushing out. This door is still opened. So, yeah.
Got it.
You want to go on hold? I can support.
Arthur. Well, basically, Arthur is going to assume you're going to close the door. How quickly is that door going to close?
It will be closed at the end of this turn. At the end of this round.
Okay. Arthur is going to toss a binding foam grenade through the door into kind of the middle of the hallway to essentially block it and hopefully slow them down, at least to some extent.
Y'all love those binding foam grenades, don't you?
They are surprisingly useful.
They are very useful, aren't they? All right. Okay, so
do you want me to?
Yeah, you got to make your roll because if you fail, you got deviation. Okay.
5.
Wait, can you throw it that far? What's the range categories?
5, 10, 20.
Yeah, so you got penalties here. You fail.
Well, he's not throwing it all the way at them.
Well, then let me see the template then. Size. Template size out there.
Let me see.
Throwing it.
I mean, as far as he can throw it and still land it in the middle. I think it's a meter.
All right, so put a medium burst template out there. Let's see. So, yeah, you got to get it basically all the way there. So that's...
I mean, he could do it right in the...
Yeah, so you got to get it 12 inches.
Well, that's what I was trying to... Let's see. Because if I put it, like, right... I'm trying to use this. If I put it just, like, right in the middle... Would it not block the hallway? I mean, they'd have to, like, wade through it, wouldn't they? My intent is just to slow them down.
Oh, okay. Like if you put it there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd still take a -2, though, to throw. And you'd still have deviation, because you would have missed.
So it's right there.
You're aiming right there. Yeah, that's
Well,
right at no penalties right there. If you're aiming right there, yeah, sure, no penalties right there. If you're being very
then I'll
precise.
put it right there.
Yeah, sure. All right.
I mean, they can still get around it, but they'll at least waste movement.
Okay.
Or I could just put it there, and then that'd probably just block the door. One down. Yeah.
Okay. You putting it right there? Okay. All right.
Sure.
Okay, so you drop in the binding foam grenade right there. It hits the ground, and then like you see it like immediately like burst and fill with this foam stuff, and like exploding into the area. And so we don't have to worry about deviation because you're just dropping really close. It explodes right in Duncan's face, filling the whole area with foam. And so that's what we see. Duncan, what do you do?
Would I be able to do some suppressive fire with my my pistol, my laser pistol?
Let me check suppressive fire and make sure it's not any requirements like rate of fire or anything. High rate of fire.
Just needs a rate of fire of at least a revolver.
Then you should be able to do it, sure.
So yeah, I'm just gonna start blasting.
I thought you were closing the door.
That I imagine closing it should just be a free action, right?
Yeah, you just hit a button. Yeah. You can close the door, activate it to start closing, and then start suppressing fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would assume I'd have to lock it after it's closed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I wasn't going to try and lock it this turn.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the door will be closed at the end of the round. So it takes like time for it to shut. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right. Okay. So you're gonna suppress a fire on their area. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
medium burst template.
And then,
all right.
well, I'm gonna hit the door shut, and then just start as I'm, move down here a little bit and just start doing some suppressive fire.
Sweet. Okay. Where the target total to each target template.
I think I'll Benny that.
Yeah, is that outside your range category?
I don't think so, but I'm looking for a better roll than 5.
You're wanting
I
to
got
actually
15,
hit.
so yeah, I'm within range.
Okay, you're wanting to actually hit. Okay, got it.
I guess I just needed a success to make him distracted.
Yeah, you can use the raise counter if you can use one of the raises if you want.
I got Benny's. I'll try Benny.
Cool. There you go.
Oh, almost out of 10 there. Okay, there we go.
Nice. 11. Okay, so that raised it up to a hit. And so that means that they're all hit by it, right? Yeah. So you don't have to roll a separate roll for each one, do you? I don't think so.
There's no bonus damage possible from it. It says I fire 3 times the usual number of bullets, so I imagine it's cover 3 targets?
Yep.
Well, actually, it says each target in the template.
Yep, each target in the template. Sorry, yeah, it uses. So, like, if you have 3 targets, then it does. If you have the number of targets. So if you have 4 targets, then it's going to use 12 bullets. So.
Okay. And they all should be distracted.
Distracted, and doesn't it say that since you got a raise, you actually hit them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
roll damage.
My damage was 7. I'll Benny the damage as well. See if I can get him shaken as well. All right.
Yeah, that first damage was much better. Unfortunately, that 7 is not enough to do damage to them. But hey, they're all shaken, at least. Sorry, they're all distracted, at least.
Was the control panel on the north side of the doors?
You got enough movement to get to it either way. So
I was just wondering if the panel was on the north side.
It can be, sure. So you go up there?
Yeah, wherever the panel is.
Yeah.
Is where I'd ended my movement.
Sure. All right. So you hit the panel, and then the door's slowly going down. All right. And now it's their actions. Yeah, so they're going to just try to skitter back under the door that's closing behind them. Because as I said, it was opening actually behind them. They're disappearing back behind it. All right. You see this binding foam grenade, stuff in front of them. They're getting shot at. They disappear into the darkness. All right. You guys can't see them anymore. Yeah, that worked out. All right. And you guys see look this up. Yeah, let's do this. No, that wasn't from him. Wrong one. Okay. It was from this one. Sorry. Number 5. I'll re-roll it again just to make it fair. So you guys know it's legit. Okay, the GM is spinning a GM, Benny. Does the GM wants this to go off? Okay. Okay, that is not high enough. That is not high enough. Oh, man. Not high enough.
It's 11:30. Spend another GM Benny.
Is it 11:30? Oh, it's 10:30. 10:30, okay. Yeah, let's do it.
I want to see what you got cooking here.
Well, okay, so a grenade flies into the hall, and it bounces off the hall wall, but it bounces back the wrong way and explodes into the foam grenade area. It just explodes and knocks foam grenade debris everywhere, shattering, flying into your faces, and stuff like that. So to
Hey.
Clifford Warner.
Can I spend a Benny to say that instead of it hitting the foam, it actually rolls back and explodes closer to the door?
Sure.
So it explodes closer back towards the
Yeah,
door.
so
than through
it hits the foam, which is hardened, and it bounces back towards the door, and it rolls back towards the door, and you hear, "Oh no, fuck!" and the explosion goes off, and you guys, your ears start ringing and everything, and the explosion goes off, and just all of your ears start ringing, but you hear shouting and screaming through the ringing, and Clifford is shouting out through the ringing of your ears. "What's the plan, guys? What's the plan?"
Head south, Clifford.
So he runs down towards the door. You guys. All right, new turn order. Duncan McKenzie. The door is shut. What do you do?
I'm going to try and lock it.
All right, that's going to try our electronics roll.
I'm going to take the 2 on mine, too.
All right, you think you've used a panel like this before? You're familiar with its controls. You think you know how to lock it down good. So you start your way with it, and you've got it locked down pretty good, you think.
Okay.
All right.
It's good because I don't have any more bennies.
All right. Arthur, what do you do?
Arthur is going to come down to this control panel, and he is going to attempt to, fix it, open it. Is that any
All right.
modifier there?
Yep, -4.
Wow, that's
Well, because they didn't just
significant.
lock it, they blew the door.
Oh, of course they did.
Blow me.
Well, yeah, he would try electronics first. So here we go, -4. You know what? I've got a Benny. I'm going to try that.
I don't see your hand,
actually,
Aston.
hold on.
Do you remember how to
Like
show
on the
someone's
action
hand?
card?
I just have the button at the bottom of the combat tracker that says show cards. Other than that, no, you might have to wait till it gets to my turn. That's fine.
Okay. All right. So you failed, Arthur. Unlock the door, unless you want to spend a penny.
Instead of rolling, I forgot I have a card. So I'm going to play Ace. Instead of rolling, automatically succeed with a single raise.
Nice. Okay, sweet. Okay. So you open that door up, and you see a long hallway leading out into dark, like dimly lit back passageways that probably lead out into maintenance passages. And the door is like slowly lifting right at this point. So you're peeking under the door because you're down low, right, messing with the control panel. So but the door is slowly lifting up and making that noise like as it's raising up. And you're the one seeing this. All right. And Clifford just kind of like runs under the door.
Bye.
And like as you guys are, because y'all said we're getting out to the passage. So
Mm-hmm.
all right, and so if you're gonna take the 2, Aston, let's
Yep.
switch to that. I don't know. I wish I knew how to show the hand. I don't. Well, I know if I hit deal, it shows the hand. Then I have to give you a card, like it just gave you a Joker's Wild, and then all the players now just got bennies because I dealt it.
No take backsies.
I know, right? No take backsies, my ass. I can do what I want. I'm the GM. But no, seriously, I don't know why. I don't know how. I need to ask Kale that. All right, on the forums. Anyways, the Strikers Act. So you see on the far side, guys, y'all see a pair of forks like go up underneath the giant door that had like 2 inches like of lift underneath the door. And then you see some kind of lift start raising the door.
These are the doors
And then
to
it
the
gets
north?
yeah, to the north. And then you see like people start like tumbling underneath and crawling underneath the door and trying to make their way into the room. But what about you guys? We're gonna just go to you guys real quick. Aston, as they're kind of tumbling, because that's pretty much their actions, just tumbling and crawling into the room. What about you guys? Aston, what do you do as that's happening?
Well,
I'm switching to you. That way I got time while you're talking and deciding your action to put them in the scene. So.
Yep. Well, I mean, if that's the case, I'm gonna yell at Duncan to move his ass. And then I'm just gonna step just inside the door frame. And I'm gonna wait for everybody to come in. And then my intention with this, which I won't be able to do this turn, I don't think, is that once we get the door shut, to just shoot the lockout, shoot the panel. Unless it's already fucked up on this side from what they did, then I won't shoot it because that.
Oh yeah, it's busted up. It's busted up on this side from what they did.
Okay, then I'll just come here and wait for Arthur and Duncan to get out.
Yep.
That's
I think
it.
the best way for you guys to get out at this point would be just to run.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys
I think
are so
we should
good
stand
at that.
our ground and fight.
Mm-mm.
Hey, y'all are.
What I will
y'all
say
are
I'm gonna do
welcome
for
to
my-
that. Y'all are welcome.
What I'm going to do
that.
for my turn, though, is I am going to attempt to keep
stealth.
not necessarily stealth in the sense of sneaking around, not being heard, but more so I'm trying to make it where the strikers do not recognize me as being a member of the
It's like,
company that they're
There's the
striking against.
balls. Tell him
Yeah,
what
no,
you
so-
think about him.
No, so that's my stealth is to try to remain where the people aren't seeing me at least.
Yeah, we're gonna take him for ransom.
Yeah, I mean then it'll turn into a shootout. But as of right now, I'm not trying to shoot at any civilians. I'm not trying to do anything. I just want to be one of the figures that they're chasing after until they get tired.
Nice.
The nameless figure.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay, so that's the end of the turn order. They've all tumbled and rolled or crawled underneath the door. There's a forklift. Did that. Back to the top of the turn order. Wow. Okay, so that's a legitimate Joker for everybody.
Yeah, there we go.
Congrats. Nice, Duncan. Okay. So, yeah. So, Duncan, you look to your left and sort of behind you, you see like this like horde of strikers. Like in mixed match clothes, most of them wearing like tattered and like spray painted and like Ashton, like Brax Courtney uniforms, but like it's got like signs and stuff and like body armor over it, and like it says like they got spray painted things like destroy the robots, on them, things like that. Humans first on the body armor, spray painted on there. Things like that. Some of them got like helmets on or masks on, but the masks are all like tan, or like just different, like human skin color, like brown or tan or that kind of thing like that. Just try to look human. But yeah, so
So I'm going to do some more suppressive fire again against all those tumbling down to distract them and at least hopefully slow them down, and maybe with any luck have them rush back in. And then I'm just going to run towards the door. That would be my running. Should have been at a -2 for that shooting roll. So I've got a -2 now. Six. That's a success.
What's the second -2
Wait.
for?
Well, actually, I should have a -2 for running and a -2 for recoil.
Okay.
And I have a +2 for Joker, so.
Yep. Okay. So 6 is legit then.
okay. All right. Okay. Sweet. I'm just curious, why are your attacks not targeting the enemies? Something you're attacking?
Because I'm just trying to like distract as many as I can and scare as many as I can.
Oh, so you weren't actually shooting anyone? Like you're not trying to hit someone?
Not in particular, no. I'm doing suppressive fire.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
So I
Cool.
lay down the medium burst tempo.
Oh, okay,
so
got
should
it.
distract
Follow it.
Yeah, it should distract all of them.
Got it. Okay. Sweet.
And maybe some of them will run.
Okay. Sweet.
But this is where my age is catching up to me, so I'm not quite as quick as these young whippersnappers.
Awesome. So you've caught up with everybody else at least, but you don't have enough movement to get under the door. So
No.
and Clifford's already on the other side, and he's shouting at you guys. Come on, guys! Come on! Jeez, catch up! Aston,
Grab Duncan. Pull him through the door.
I'm gonna hold my turn until everybody gets out.
All right.
Damn it.
Just holding. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so distracted. I don't mind what distracted does. Trait rolls -2. Y'all might need that right now.
How is Fantasy Grounds Unity these days? It got released, didn't it?
It's in like alpha or beta.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought it was I thought he meant it was release. I got excited. Okay.
No, not last I heard.
Well, I
at
thought it
least.
was for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
selling
they're
it.
selling it for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It is not what I would consider stream ready just yet.
No, you
Got
have to when you stream with it, you have to like declare that it's in beta. Okay.
Makes sense.
When these guys run, I'm just gonna take the average. So, because I'm not rolling running die for all these guys. So they move 9. All right. So they go.
The 9 with the -2.
Oh, thank you. Oh, the running isn't a trait die. Trait roll.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
just for traits.
distracted shouldn't affect their running.
I mean, you ever try to run while distracted?
I'm just telling
I
you.
was just
That's how the
hoping
rolls
flag.
work. It's not a trait roll.
Good
I
way
was
to
just
trip.
hoping some of them would flee like the other guys did.
No, they tactically retreated. They weren't fleeing. But however, they are going to shoot at Arthur and you, and they will get their distracted rolls. They're distracted, which will pay off. So, here. So we'll do 5 on Arthur and 5 on you. So, actually, no, they don't all have guns. So we'll do 3 on you and 2 on Arthur. So we'll just pick up D6s. Do it the old school way, simple way. 3 on Duncan. Range modifiers on that. Yep, good.
Oh, 1 hit.
Yeah, actually, they all should hit range modifiers. Oh, Duncan's got dodge. Yeah, so a 1 should hit.
Well, this would be the trait, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes, thank you for
the
reminding
trait
me.
roll.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. With his dodge, none of them hit. And then 2 on Arthur. Oh, I forgot to re-roll that D6 on the other one, but whatever. We already went past it. 4. And Arthur, you get shot once. Let's see if it does any damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna ban that. Gotta get more out of it.
And also, just to make sure they're not outside of like any range penalty.
Damn it. No, they're not. I checked on that. Yep, so you're shaking now, Arthur.
Okay.
So 1 bullet strikes you, or maybe it whizzes past your ear real close, and now you're shaking. Okay, shaking status removed. You get a chance to get out of here.
I'm gonna take my turn just before Arthur.
Okay.
I'm going to assist with electronics with getting this door shut and locked the best that we can.
I'm gonna try to repair well, that's gonna be a repair skill.
Well, can I do that 10 with the electronics as a support role, saying, pointing out what needs to be repaired, what's hanging out where, what's doing what?
Sure. I'll help. Sure, I'll allow it. So you're already at the door panel being like, I think if you do this, then you do this, then you do
Right,
this.
I've been here a whole turn, so I'm
yeah, you've been looking at the door. Okay. All right, I'll allow it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
All right.
Arthur.
So that's what? +2 to repair?
Yep.
To close the door?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. We got Duncan on the other end still. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah, we do.
It does take a whole turn to close, so I should still have a turn to get through it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
That's what he said he wants to happen. So if it doesn't happen, it's on him.
So in character, are you shouting like, close the door, close the door, close the door?
Oh yeah, totally.
All right, so
I'm close enough. I certainly believe I have some time.
right. Sweet. Okay, so with the -4 to fixing the door, and the +2 from Arthur, and your +2s, that's still a success. So, all right, good deal. So you get the door repaired.
That'd be with a raise, wouldn't it? Because if he's got it at a -2 penalty, that's still an 8.
Well, he didn't apply the -4, but yeah.
But it would be a minus. Oh, he did the +2 though. Yeah, no.
Yeah, he did the +2.
He's at a straight roll.
Cancel
Yeah,
out.
he just didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still a success. So he gets the door like hot wired together real quick, and so the door is coming down at the beginning of the next turn. So and Duncan gets to go first.
Oh, nice. Oh, and then Arthur. Excellent.
Oh, does Arthur have an idea of something he wants to do? Okay, so Duncan, you get to go first. The door is closing.
Same thing, more suppressive fire.
Okay.
Because that saved our bacon last time.
Yes, it's been saving your banking. Okay. All right. Okay, and you're going to come through the door?
And since the door is shutting, I'm not running this time, though.
All right. Make your shooting roll real quick.
Oh, that's
Nice.
a success with the raise.
Nice. So it'll do damage. Okay, roll your damage die just in case. And
So apparently, actually, I'm only going to, since my rate of fire is 1 on this, I'm only going to damage 1 person.
Oh, so it does a damage to the number of people you're ready to fire. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody in the medium blast template, which would be all of them, do get distracted, but you can only damage however many you're ready to
That
fire
makes
with.
sense, because I was thinking, like, how do you shoot that many people with a revolver in a round? Okay.
Yeah.
It's high noon.
Yeah, like you're fanning the hammer. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
And just for the record, I am not aiming at anybody. I'm just shooting.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
definitely deliberately trying to do suppressive fire. So the fact that I actually winged somebody was just totally
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're just
happenstance.
you hear a all right. So okay, so Arthur, what were you planning on doing?
Well, I hope. I mean, my intent was to toss an EMP grenade just inside the door, so that as the door closed, the EMP would go off, shorting out all the circuitry, and then they wouldn't be able to use it.
That's pretty cool. That's a neat idea. Okay. You know what? It's the end of the night. I'll allow it. That sounds pretty cool. Sounds like a pretty good way to resolve the scene. So,
Excellent.
watch you get a critical failure on the athletics roll. That would be hilarious.
Oh, just straight up. Well,
Because you got to lob the grenade. So,
yeah.
Yeah, throwing a grenade is actually an athletics roll, not
Oh.
a shooting roll.
yeah. Well, see, there you go. So you got to raise
Well,
on it. Like
okay.
you time it perfectly and just like roll it neatly through the door. You know. So
hmm
nice. So all right, sweet. So we hear them like clamoring, like sprinting towards the door. And one of them going as he gets shot, but the rest of them like maybe some tumbling and knocking its crates as they're trying to like avoid getting shot. But they're still trying to sprint towards the door. And then like as the door shuts, we hear some of them bang and hit against the door, trying to get under it. We see a fingers trying to get under the door, trying to hold it and keep it from closing. And then but then we hear well, actually you don't hear a zap because it's an EMP, right? But you hear like a thump from the concussion of the EMP go off. And then it goes silent because the big metal doors have shut. What do you guys do?
We're not waiting. Well, let's get going, lads. No point in waiting around for the madmen.
Sounds good to me.
Clifford is saying now, damn it! All my weapons are in there. We're alive, but all the weapons are in there. They got what they wanted.
You tell us that, Clifford. Are we a little bit daft today now, aren't you?
Well, that's what was in there. That's what we were gonna get. You know what? That's on Mona Wong. That's on her.
You hadn't paid her yet anyways, had you?
Yeah, they're her weapons right now, not mine.
Well, there she goes. She tried raising the price up at the deal, didn't get paid anything, and then lost all her merch.
I'm sure it's the reason she
Yeah,
ran.
As long as you didn't pay anything yet there, Clifford, you're doing all right, lad.
Yeah, but I'll have to find someone else to get weapons from. Hey, you guys keep an ear out. If you know of anybody who can supply us weapons, you let me know.
Based on his regalia and all that, would I know like the faction he's trying to buy for, and if it would even be a good idea to supply him with weapons?
Yeah, so okay, so yeah, that'd be common knowledge roll. No penalty.
Yeah, fuck it. End of the night. I don't know shit about shit.
Yeah, the Brooks and the Empire is from a place that your side of the space you just don't travel on. So like you've probably never seen like his level of like command. So yeah, you don't recognize it. But you have heard him
All right.
drop the name Bruxian Empire. But
Yeah.
you've heard him drop the name His Majesty, the Crown, that kind of stuff. So he's got a king.
Yeah.
So
That just sounds like a him problem at this point.
Yeah. As a GM, though, real quick, I'll just remind you guys. I mean, someone that could supply weapons is possibly the resistance against Vicanians. So, if you did want to help him, maybe. So.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, if you'd be someone to help, because we have contacts we could reach out to.
Yes, but that's assuming you did want to actually help him. Yeah.
I don't know who he is. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know shit about shit.
But there might be like a. Sorry.
I would absolutely want to help him.
Yeah.
At least get in touch with somebody.
Yeah. If you sure, you can make a roll for that later. So, anyways, so you guys flee. You guys escape the underbelly of Tycho Center, and
I would have to say that went surprisingly well. All things considered.
Just another Tuesday.
Clifford says, "Well, I guess I'm getting a ride back to Carpage." So, he says, "It was a pleasure seeing you again, Mackenzie. Please don't be a stranger. Off out in the colonies."
I'll shake the trees for some contacts and see if I can't find you some replacements for this. I'm sure I know a few lads that I can get you in touch with that might be able to help you out.
Thank you. I'd be in your debt. He says, "Well, I'll part ways with the rest of you. Thank you for trying to help me at least. I'll send some credits your way. I still owe you for the protection job at least." So. And then he transfers credits your way. So, unfortunately, you guys it's not over your wealth rating unless your wealth is below. Yeah, let me see your wealth. So you'll have to convert it into. Actually, let me see. You'll convert it into savings. Okay, so it'll increase Duncan's wealth to D8.
Sweet.
But the rest of you guys will just have to take a savings increase of +1.
I already bumped mine.
Okay. There you go. All right. So there you go.
All right, and assuming that he paid up, then
Yep.
Through the camaraderie with Duncan and talking in this walk, I'm sure that I'll reach out towards the resistance and see what we can do.
Cool. Very cool. Awesome. That's very kind of you.
And fucking calling Spencer like, "Hey, we need to get the fuck off this planet now.
He says,
Riots are getting bad."
He says, "Yeah, I'll finish it up with my dad. I'll be over there. Be over there shortly. We'll meet at the ship."
And then basically looked at Duncan like, "That was enough excitement for you."
Well, if you need a pilot, I'll join you. I got no other prospects going on right now.
Extend a hand and welcome aboard. Look, we managed to wrap that shit up all before 11.
Good timing, right?
Bam.
Yeah, 2.5 hours, even though we started late. So, and so do we see all three of you return to the Griffin Explorer? And actually, I'll share the image of the Griffin Explorer actually, so he can see it. So, because he hasn't seen it yet.
Figure out what we're doing with the shuttle.
Yeah, you guys can just have it loaded onto the ship.
It'll be a long-term project for Arthur.
Hey, why not just do this? How about we say it's already on the ship. We already had someone deliver it back.
Yeah, maybe you could say it was already on there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Use my last Benny.
Host connection lost.
Connection to
What
host
happened?
lost.
What happened?
The game's like, all right, you did everything.
Checked out, huh? Checked out. Well, you can check out the stream if you want to see it. A picture of the for some reason, apparently the Twitch thing stayed up. The Twitch
What a hunk of
Fantasy
junk.
Grounds stayed up, but the host Fantasy Grounds closed. That's weird. Well, that was a good time for it to end. So I will give your characters all a Benny. Sorry, not Benny. In advance. And so next game you guys will all have an advance. And yeah, so it's a beautiful ship. Beautiful ship. Fancier ship than you've been used to driving.
What a hunk of junk.
Yeah, so
And then somehow his body just started floating out in space.
yeah. Aston gives him the boot. That's a beauty. That's an advanced ship right there. But anyways, so we're gonna wrap it up for the night. We're gonna raid out though. However, I'm gonna raid out to Nova Light Sky. She joined us for the last Dying Pact stream. Actually, she was the player in our Dying Pact. Great player, excellent player we had in that stream. She's actually live right now, so we're gonna raid out to her. Thank you everybody for joining us. We're not playing next week because I'm on night shift, unfortunately. But you can check in the Twitch panels below our schedule. You can also go to our Discord, and you can see our schedules. We keep all of it updated there all the time, so no one's confused. But we're playing the week after. All that's updated in the Twitch panels below. And I update them regularly, so everybody knows when we're playing. But anyways, we're going to raid out to her. And, yeah, so stick around, everybody, okay? So, all right. So, thank you for joining us. So, all right. Peace out.
Good night.